The Summer I Became Beautiful. Heartbreak marks the end of Season 3, Episode 8. Go through the letter that started it all. Letters from Susanna, who passed away a few years prior to the events of Season 3, were read by her sons on their wedding day. There is a startling revelation in the most recent episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is the third and last season. Belly, Lola Tongue, the show's protagonist, is followed in the 8th episode as she gets ready to marry her childhood best friend Jeremiah, Gavin Casalegno. However, the day doesn't go as planned because of a startling discovery. Following Jeremiah's accusation that Belly is still in love with his brother Conrad, Christopher Briney, the pair decides not to exchange vows. A letter that Jeremiah's mother, Susanna, who passed away a number of years prior, sent for him to read on his wedding day also had a significant role in his decision to change his mind. The episode reveals that Susanna inadvertently switched the letters, even though the letter was in an envelope meant for Jeremiah. Sensible viewers have noticed a scene from Season 2 where Laurel, played by Jackie Chung, helps quickly stuff the letters back into their envelopes after a very ill Susanna, played by Rachel Blanchard, drops the letters she was composing. Therefore, Conrad was the intended recipient of the letter that Jeremiah reads in the episode. The letter plays a crucial role in Jeremiah's decision to end the engagement, even though it is just briefly seen on screen. What does Susanna say in her message, then? What makes him choose not to wed Belly? What does Conrad learn from Susanna's letter? The handwritten note appears briefly on screen, however the letter was not read aloud during the broadcast. Jenny Han, the show's creator, said on Instagram that, "I know some of y'all can't read cursive," when some viewers interrupted the program to examine its contents. On August 28, the day following the premiere of the show, Han posted the entire letter on Instagram. "Greetings, Conrad. The fact that my little bug is getting married today is just unbelievable. The idea that my handsome boy has chosen the one he wants to live out the rest of his days with makes me ecstatic. I will always be thankful that I only had the opportunity to witness your love once. Not only did I witness your love, but I also witnessed your receiving love. It seemed as though you were the only boy in the world based on the way she gazed at you. Seeing her child be so cherished by someone else is the greatest gift a mother can give. I am overjoyed if there is even a little portion of the love I witnessed back then today. I'm ecstatic. Don't be scared to express your love for her on a daily basis. Don't strive to win every dispute, instead, cook for her and listen well. Jewelry is always appreciated. Observe whether she is wearing silver or gold. Chocolate, if she isn't a jewelry girl. I will always and forever love you. Mom." What takes place in the books regarding Susanna's letter? Susanna's whole letter to Conrad is never disclosed in the unauthored books that serve as the show's inspiration. But there are similarities between the novel and the scene in the episode where Jeremiah reads the letter. Conrad brings the letter to Jeremiah after he vanishes on the morning of the wedding, just like in the show. Conrad recounts, swallowing, "He tore the envelope open, in the 3rd volume of the trilogy, We'll Always Have Summer. I watched him read, expecting that my mother would say something appropriate. She had a ready-made response for Jeremiah. I looked away as Jere began to cry while he read." Jeremiah indicates that the letter was intended for Conrad after reading it. Disturbed by what he finds there, Jeremiah informs Conrad that he is no longer his brother and departs. The words, "Dear Conrad," appear at the top of the letter as Conrad opens it. The story closes as he begins to cry. When Jeremiah breaks off his engagement to Belly later in the book, he informs her what was said in the letter. Belly is told by Jeremiah, "My mom must have mixed up the envelopes. She claimed in the letter that she only ever saw him fall in love once. That was with you." Because he doesn't want to keep Belly from Conrad, Jeremiah chooses not to get married, claiming that if he does, she won't ever move on. After that revelation, the book comes to a close with a 3-page epilogue. However, Episode 8's last scene ends differently than the original. When the wedding is called off, Belly goes to the airport and purchases a ticket to Paris. She spots Conrad as she waits to board the aircraft, with Taylor Swift's "Cardigan" playing in the background. Fans are left on a little cliffhanger until Episode 9 premieres on September 3, as the screen goes black and the credits roll before Conrad observes Belly. Fans are curious about how the rest of the season will deviate from the novels with 3 episodes remaining. We've never been here before. On X, a viewer commented, there are only 3 episodes left and very little book left. We should all be terrified.